Computer system. Let's learn about classification of computers by size. Classification based on principles of operation. Hardware, software, computer language.
The word computer is not only a tool but also a partner in every field of human life and activity. Computers are bringing many changes in every field. The areas of application of computers are confined only to the limitation on creativity and imagination. What is a computer? A child might define a computer to be an instrument capable of producing a combined effect of radio, movie and television. This definition is close but still does not visualize the power and capabilities of a computer. The word computer is adopted from a Latin word, computare, which means to calculate or compute. So, we can say that a computer is an electronic machine capable of performing basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. The computer is also capable of storing information. Hence, a computer can be defined as an automatic electronic machine for performing calculations or controlling operations that are expressible in numerical or logical terms. Computers are very accurate and save time by performing the assigned task very fast. They don't get bored. Humans have always needed to perform arithmetic like counting and adding. Classification of computers by size. Classification of the electronic computers may be based on either their principles of operation or their configuration. By configuration, we mean the size, speed of doing computation and storage capacity of a computer. Classification based on principles of operation. On the basis of principles of operation, computers are classified into three types: analog computers, digital computers and hybrid computers. Analog computers. An analog computer is a computing device that works on continuous range of values. The analog computer gives approximate results since it deals with quantities that vary continuously. It generally deals with physical variables such as voltage, pressure, temperature, speed, etc. Digital computers. On the other hand, a digital computer operates on digital data such as numbers. It uses binary number system in which there are only two digits 0 and 1. Each one is called a bit. A digital computer can be used to process numeric, as well as non-numeric, data. It can perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and logical operations also. Most of the computers available today are digital computers. The most common examples of digital computers are accounting machines and calculators. The results of digital computers are more accurate than the results of analog computers. Analog computers are faster than digital computers. Analog computers lack memory, whereas digital computers store information. We can say that digital computers count and analog computers measures. Hybrid computers. A hybrid computer, computing system, is a combination of desirable features of analog and digital computers. It is mostly used for automatic operations of complicated physical processes and machines. Nowadays, analog to digital and digital to analog converters are used for transforming the data into suitable form for either type of computation. On the basis of size, we can classify computers into 5 groups: mobile computers, microcomputers, mini-computers, mainframes and supercomputers. Mobile computers. Mobile computing devices are portable devices capable of operating, executing, and providing services and applications like a typical computing device. Mobile computing devices are also known as portable computing devices or handheld computing devices. Laptops, ultrabooks, netbooks, tablets, e-readers, smartphones, personal digital assistants, PDAs, and portable media players, PMPs, are all mobile computers. Laptop computers are portable computers that fits in a briefcase. Laptop computers are also called notebook computers. The netbooks are smaller than laptops. They usually do not have DVD drives. Both laptop and netbooks are capable of running the same software. They are easily portable and functional, and popular with travelers who need a computer that can go with them. Tablet. A tablet is a wireless, portable personal computer with a touch-screen interface. They come without a keyboard and mouse. Tablet is smaller than a notebook computer but larger than a smartphone. E-reader. An e-reader is also called an e-book reader or e-book device. It is a mobile electronic device that is designed primarily for the purpose of reading books, newspapers and magazines. Kindle is an example of an e-book reader. Smartphone. A smartphone is a mobile phone with highly advanced features. A typical smartphone has a high-resolution touchscreen display, Wi-Fi connectivity, web browsing capabilities, and the ability to accept sophisticated applications. Personal Digital Assistant, PDA. It is also known as a palm-top computer. These handheld devices can function as a cell phone, fax sender, personal organizer and have the ability to connect to the internet. Portable Media Player, PMP. A portable media player, PMP, or digital audio player, DAP, is a portable electronic device. It is capable of storing and playing digital media such as audio, images, and video files. Mini-computers. A mini-computer is a type of computer that possesses most of the features and capabilities of a large computer but is smaller in physical size. Mini-computers first appeared in the 1960s. Microcomputers replaced them in 1980s. Microcomputers. A microcomputer is a computer designed for individual use. The desktop computers that you use in your home, schools, colleges and offices are the example of microcomputers. They are also called the personal computers or PCs. Mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are capable of processing data at very high speeds, hundreds of million instructions per second. They are large in size. These systems are expensive. These are used to process large amount of data quickly. Some of the obvious fields in which mainframe computers are used are banks, airlines and railway reservation systems, etc. Supercomputers. Supercomputers play an important role in the field of computational science. They are the biggest and most powerful computers. A supercomputer is a computer that performs at or near the currently highest operational rate for computers. A supercomputer is typically used for scientific and engineering applications that can handle very large databases or do a great amount of computation. A computer system consists of two main components, hardware and software. Let's learn about each of them. Hardware. Computer hardware is a collection of all the parts that can be seen and touched. Input and output devices, storage devices and the central processing unit, CPU, are examples of hardware. Input devices. Input devices are those devices which take input from users in simple form and convert the data, information into digital form that is 0 or 1. Such devices include keyboard, mouse, scanner, joystick, barcode reader, magnetic ink character reader, optical character reader and card reader. Barcode reader, BCR. BCR is generally used in shopping malls. BCR reads the barcode, vertical lines, and displays the rate of item on the computer screen. It is also used to recognize courier products. BCR takes input in the form of code and converts this barcode into computer language, 0 or 1. Magnetic ink character reader, MICR. MICR is a character recognition system that uses special ink and characters. MICR technology is generally used by banks to facilitate the processing and clearance of checks. MICR is a font capable of recognition using magnetically charged ink. Computers equipped with the right hardware and software can print or read the character printed in such ink. MICR font is commonly used to print checks, deposit slips, mortgage coupons, etc. There are several MICR fonts. The MICR E13B font is used in Canada, Panama, Puerto Rico, UK, and the United States. The MICR CRC7 was created according to the ISO standards and is a font used in France, Mexico, Spain, and most other Spanish-speaking countries. Optical Character Reader (OCR). OCR is the process of taking an image of letters or typed text and converting it into data the computer understands. A good example is companies and libraries taking physical copies of books, magazines, or other old printed material and using OCR to put them onto computers. Optical Mark Reader (OMR). An OMR is a special scanning device that can read carefully placed pen marks on specially designed documents. OMR is frequently used in forms, questionnaires and answer sheets. When a light beam is passed through such a form, the marked areas reflect less light than the unmarked ones. This way the OMR recognizes the boxes or circles that are filled. Card Reader. Card reader is used for reading information stored on cards, such as magnetic strip cards and smart cards. When the card is swiped through a magnetic card reader, it receives the information printed on the strip. Modern card reader is an electronic device that can read plastic cards embedded with either a barcode, magnetic strip, computer chip or another storage medium.
Smart card. There are two types of smart cards, contact and contactless. Both have an embedded microprocessor and memory. The smart card differs from the proximity card in that the microchip in the proximity card has only one function, to provide the reader with the card's identification number. The processor on the smart card has an embedded operating system and can handle multiple applications such as a cash card, a prepaid membership card, or an access control card. The difference between the two types of smart cards is the manner with which the microprocessor on the card communicates with the outside world. A contact smart card has 8 contact points, which must physically touch the contacts on the reader to convey information between them. Since contact cards must be inserted into readers carefully in the proper orientation, the speed and convenience of such a transaction is not acceptable for most access control applications. The use of contact smart cards as physical access control is limited mostly to parking applications when payment data is stored in card memory, and when the speed of transactions is not as important. A contactless smart card uses the same radio-based technology as a proximity card, with the exception of the frequency band used. It uses a higher frequency, 13.56 MHz instead of 125 kHz, which allows the transfer of more data and communication with several cards at the same time. A contactless card does not have to touch the reader or even be taken out of a wallet or purse. Most access control systems only read serial numbers of contactless smart card and do not utilize the available memory. Card memory may be used for storing biometric data, that is fingerprint template, of a user. In such case a biometric reader first reads the template on the card and then compares it to the finger, hand, eye, etc. presented by the user. In this way biometric data of users does not have to be distributed and stored in the memory of controllers or readers, which simplifies the system and reduces memory requirements. Smart card readers have been targeted successfully by criminals in what is termed a supply chain attack, in which the readers are tampered with during manufacture or in the supply chain before delivery. The rogue devices capture customers' card details before transmitting them to criminals. Output devices. An output device is any device used to send data from a computer to another device or user. Most computer data output that is meant for humans is in the form of audio or video. Thus, most output devices used by humans are in these categories. Examples include monitors, projectors, plotters and printers. Monitors. Monitors are commonly called as Visual Display Unit (VDU), are the main output device of a computer. It forms images from tiny dots, called pixels, that are arranged in a rectangular form. The sharpness of the image depends upon the number of pixels. There are two kinds of viewing screen used for monitors: cathode ray tube (CRT), flat panel display, liquid crystal display (LCD), projector. An LCD projector is a type of video projector for displaying video, images or computer data on a screen or other flat surface. It is a modern equivalent of the slide projector or overhead projector. It is commonly used for displaying presentations during meeting and conferences. Plotters. A plotter is a printer that interprets commands from a computer to make line drawings on paper with one or more automated pens. Unlike a regular printer, the plotter can draw continuous point-to-point lines directly from vector graphics files or commands. There are a number of different types of plotters. A drum plotter draws on paper wrapped around a drum, which turns to produce one direction of the plot, while the pens move to provide the other direction. A flatbed plotter draws on paper placed on a flat surface, and an electrostatic plotter draws on negatively charged paper with positively charged toner. Inkjet printers. Inkjet printers are non-impact character printers based on a relatively new technology. They print characters by spraying small drops of ink onto paper. Inkjet printers produce high-quality output with presentable features. They make less noise because no hammering is done, and these have many styles of printing modes available. Color printing is also possible. Some models of inkjet printers can produce multiple copies of printing also. Software. Software is a generic term for organized collections of computer data and instructions, often broken into two major categories: system software that provides the basic non-task specific functions of the computer, and application software which is used by users to accomplish specific tasks. System software. System software is responsible for controlling, integrating, and managing the individual hardware components of a computer system. These programs help in running application programs. System software can be classified into operating systems, drivers, interpreters, compilers and assemblers. Operating systems. An operating system is a program that acts as an interface between the software and the computer hardware. It is an integrated set of specialized programs that are used to manage overall resources and operations of the computer. It is specialized software that controls and monitors the execution of all other programs that reside in the computer, including application programs and other system software. Some popular operating systems are Windows, Android, Linux and Mac OS. Drivers. A driver is a software that allows your computer to communicate with hardware or devices. Without drivers, the hardware you connect to your computer, for example, a video card or a printer, will not work properly. Compiler. A compiler is a program that translates a source program written in some high-level programming language into machine code for some computer architecture. The generated machine code can be later executed many times against different data each time. The compiler first reads the whole program and reports program errors to the user. Interpreter. An interpreter reads an executable source program written in a high-level programming language as well as data for this program, and it runs the program against the data to produce some results. An interpreter is smaller than a compiler. One example is the Unix shell interpreter, which runs operating system commands interactively. Assembler. An assembler is a program that translates an assembly language program into a machine language program. Application software. On the other hand, application software is used to accomplish specific tasks other than just running the computer system. Application software may consist of a single program, such as an image viewer, a small collection of programs, often called a software package, that work closely together to accomplish a task, such as a spreadsheet or text processing system. A larger collection, often called a software suite, of related but independent programs and packages that have a common user interface or shared data format, such as Microsoft Office. It consists of closely integrated word processor, spreadsheet, database, etc., or a software system, such as a database management system, which is a collection of fundamental programs that may provide some service to a variety of other independent applications. Computer language. A computer language is also called a programming language. Different kinds of languages have been developed to perform different types of work on the computer. Basically, languages can be divided into two categories according to how the computer understands them. Low-level language. Low-level computer languages are machine codes or close to it. Computer cannot understand instructions given in high-level languages or in English. It can only understand and execute instructions given in the form of machine language, that is, language of 0 and 1. There are two types of low-level languages: machine language and assembly language. Machine language. Machine language is the lowest and most elementary level of programming language. It was the first type of programming language to be developed. Machine language is basically the only language that a computer can understand, and it is usually written in hex. In fact, a manufacturer designs a computer to obey just one language, its machine code, which is represented inside the computer by a string of binary digits, bits, 0 and 1. The symbol 0 stands for the absence of an electric pulse and the 1 stands for the presence of an electric pulse. Since a computer is capable of recognizing electric signals, it understands machine language. Assembly language. Assembly language was the first computer language to use words made with letters of the English alphabet. It was developed in 1950. It is a low-level programming language for a computer or other programmable device specific to particular computer architecture, in contrast to most high-level programming languages, which are generally portable across multiple systems. High-level language. High-level computer languages use formats that are similar to English. The purpose of developing high-level languages was to enable people to write programs easily in their own native language environment, English. High-level languages are basically symbolic languages that use English words and/or mathematical symbols rather than mnemonic codes. Each instruction in the high-level language is translated into many machine language instructions that the computer can understand. Some examples of high-level languages are BASIC, COBOL, Fortran, C, C++, and Java.